Alright guys, what we got for you today then? Microgreens on a budget where I make my own little trays. An SSPC update from myself and Robert. And before we get going, a big shout out, a big thank you to Anne and Jenny, latest members of the club. Cheers guys, it means a lot. Here we go. I don't believe it. I just got outside and a blooming blackbird done one on me. Right, I've had a bit... Let's wait for the chopper to go. Right, since I've been doing the microgreen videos, a bit of interest about doing it on a smaller scale. So rather than use my quarter seed trays like I did last year, what I'm going to use is these Chinese food containers. I've got 4 of them, well, I've got loads actually, but 3 I'm going to use for growing and 1 for watering. I'm just going to make some holes in the bottom. So what I thought I'd do, I just heat up an old, I don't know, a peg that holds down one of those cheap grow tents and heat it up and melt it through, I reckon, because if you drill it, you end up with shards everywhere. That's better. I'll point it away from myself, all right. So I'm going to heat this up and burn some holes. Now, I don't know if you notice, you can't see it. Can you see it there? The hottest part of the flame is just past the cone. You see an inner cone there? Oh. So if you hold whatever you heat in there, not here and not here, you hold it at the end of the cone, it gets hotter quicker. So, I'm going to try burning through all 3 in one go. How hot it's got to be, I don't know. Oh, here we are. Yeah, perfect. So I'll just do about, I don't know, a dozen holes or so. Good thing about doing this way is, well, you don't get any plastic shards anywhere, you know what I mean? Any swarf. Just for a bit of drainage, that's all. I don't want to swamp the seeds, you know what I mean? Well, that's 12. I'm going to put some on the outside as well, because it's got a little ridge there, look, so it might... you can hear the wind, can't you? All right, I'll do... Right, put that there and don't touch it, Steve. It's going to be hot. Yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect. Right, let's move this out of the way and get the tray in. Right, let's get some compost then. I'm going to use that BioBiz again because it did all right in the big trays. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll dump it there and put it in by hand just so I can see any big bits like that. I won't be buying this again. It's a lot of money for pretty rubbish compost, really. A standard compost, you know what I mean? So what? Let's see. We don't want things like that in it. And it is supposed to be for seeds as well, so... Right. Get it. Going to level it off a little bit, and I'll do all 3 before we load them up with seeds. And the last one I'm going to leave a little bit more empty, a little bit emptier, because I'm putting peas in it, and peas are quite thick, as you know, and I don't want them to poke out the top. That'll do, that's the pea one. Okay, so let's do the peas first. Now, peas are one of the ones that need soaking because they swell up a bit. 4, 5, 6 hours, and they were done first thing when I woke up this morning, so just drain the water off. These are, believe it or not, just common garden supermarket marrow fat peas. In fact, they're about they're over a year old from when I did my fish chips and mushy peas video, so quite heavily sown. That'll do. I don't expect some of them will grow because they're a bit yellowy. I don't know if this. That'll do for them. Right, we'll put those there a second. Right, and on to some smaller seeds. Now these are the ones I got as part of that seed package bundle deal. Yeah, whatever. There's a good selection of seeds actually, but if you look at the price, they're all $2.99. Now, I've weighed a few of these, and even with the paper, they weigh 5 grams, right? 5 grams. Now, if you go to a place like Grown Local, for example, they sell 100 grams for about $2.50, between $2.50 and £4, depending on what the seeds are. 100 grams, that's 20 times as much. Okay, you've got to pay for postage, but you hedge your bets and you buy 3 or 4 different lots. You've only got one postage fee, you know what I mean? So 100 grams for, say, £3, or less than 5 grams for £3. Well, no competition really, so get yourselves over there. There's a link below. Yeah, in fact, these trays, I bought these trays from them. So yeah, whatever. A big bit of wood there. So what should we do today? I've never done that before. I don't want to do kale. Broccoli, cabbage. Mustard we've done before. Mustard, we've done that before. Perillia Shiso red, never done that. Radish we've done before. Mizuna we've done before. Rocket, Swiss chard. So we'll do 2. Let's do 2 different ones. Chard and cabbage then. Let's do chard and cabbage. I reckon we'll be using the whole packet. Yeah, and let's have a look at them then. Both say the same on the front. Let's show you. Cabbage red and Swiss chard red. I'll tell you, hang on, change your mind. We don't want 2 reds, do we? We'll do broccoli. Broccoli's green. Right, yeah, my prerogative, change my mind. Right, okay, we got broccoli green and Swiss chard red. And both exactly the same, yeah, sow indoors all year round or sow outdoors in summer. Sow every 10 days for a regular supply. Do not soak the seeds. You don't soak these because they've got a mutageneous coating. Sow thickly in a small pot or sow thinly in a big pot. Yeah, well, that makes sense, does it? Okay, so we'll do these. And what I'll do, I'll have to label them, won't I? So let's see how they've got an inner packet as well. Yeah, I reckon that will be the whole lot. So I'm going to get me a pen and tape before we get going. Right, rocket green. There we are. Let me show you first of all just how many seeds you get. So it's not an awful lot, is it? There we are. Just touch them in lightly. And then go there. And we do the same with the chard. See, that's not an awful lot of seeds, is it? It says so continuous. But you'd have to spend £2.99 every couple of weeks. Anyway. See, that, to me, that isn't enough coverage for microgreens. It'd have to be a pretty small pot, wouldn't it? And that'll do. Let's go. Well, there we are then. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put them in there. A little bit of water. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try bottom water and see if it works. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so as soon as that one's soaked up, I'll do the other one and get back to you. Oh, quick tidy up. That's my tidying. Right, that worked. I give them a quick spray on top as well. So I'm just going to get rid of the excess water and stack them up. Now it's going to be peas first because they need a bit of weight. Then I'll do the chard, and then I'll do the broccoli. And what I've done, I've cut a lid just to go over the top. It fits nicely. There we are. And I've got a full punnet, full tub with sand in it, wet sand, horticultural sand actually. And I'm going to use that as the pressing down weight. And there we are, that's them stacked now. And I'm going to put those in the front window. Now the only slight problem I may have with this is the trays, the containers are transparent, so they're going to let a bit of light in. But I reckon that'll be all right, you know. Microgreens on a budget. We'll bring you back in a couple of days when we got some results, eh? Right guys, it's 2 days since I sowed the microgreens. Got what they were. Green broccoli, red chard and peas. So let's have a quick look. Well, the broccoli has just started germinating, look. That's good, 2 days, yeah. Nothing with the chard, not a single thing with the chard just yet. Yeah, the peas are going, look, nice shoots on the peas. So cover those back up, back in the windowsill, and well, we'll have another look in a couple of days' time, eh? Yeah, happy with that. Right then, a bit of potatoey type stuff. You will recall that I said I do not chit main crop potatoes. An exception to every rule. I do chit main crop potatoes when they are show potatoes or giants. Now these are the Kondor. These are the ones that I found in the buckets in the front garden a couple of days ago. And these are the ones that have been in a fridge upstairs since October. 2-degree fridge. Just got them out and they're stone cold. So I'm going to chit them. Let's have a quick look at them first. I'm going to cut these, egg trays, egg boxes, because they're too awkward to manage like that, you know what I mean? So better to have the little ones. There we are. So let's have a, what I'm going to do is make sure they're all right. There's no point saving ones that are like rotten. I mean, some of these are a bit small, but tell you what, these are out those buckets, they do look pretty good. Ah, that's got a big hole in it, so that won't be saving that one. No problem finding the umbilical or the stolon on that. Might just leave that one because he's a funny shape, I just don't like it. Oh, shit's growing on that one. I'll tell you what, they're quite good, aren't they? They're not bad at all. That's where another potato's been resting against it, look. In fact, it might be that one. Partners in crime, eh? Now, I'll save that one because that makes the whole tray. So there's the first lot. And now, the ones out of the fridge. Now, why did I wrap these in tissue? I can't remember. It's October. I've slept since then. Oh, that's why. Look at that. It's just started. Look. I'll tell you what. Let's get this. Well, they're going to be too big for the cells, aren't they? We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I might do these in Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, I'll do the small ones in here, and I'll do the big ones in. If I just can't see one, there's one. Yeah, these 15 cell trays, they're from Patch Potatoes over in Ireland, and that's what they use them for. They use them for chitting their potatoes, and they sell them off quite cheap. So that's better. Right. Well, you come back then. Are you having a go at me because there's a nest round here or something? If I was a bird enthusiast, I'd know what that call meant, wouldn't I? The idea of putting the potatoes in tissue is to soak up any moisture. Yeah, nice. I'll tell you what, I'm probably going to put them all in these trays actually. That one's started, isn't it? That can stay there, get a bit of light. And these weren't wrapped. Maybe these weren't wrapped so I couldn't see any eyes on them. I can't really remember now. Oh, that's the right way up anyway. Now that one's chitting, that. Yeah. Little one there. That's a funny one, that. Oh well, we'll leave them like that and we'll see what we get, eh? These are, I think I'd say this season, these are probably as rare as Rocking Horse doo-doo. They always are hard to get hold of, but there's no one selling them at the moment. So, and you're not allowed to sell them privately either. You've got to only buy them from, I think it's JBA Potatoes. Is it JBA? Yeah, I think it is, yeah. I just put, oh, I got Kestrel, haven't I? So I can't just put K, I have to put Kondor. That'll do. I think I'm going to know that's a Kondor, aren't I? Because, you know, it's the shape. There we are. There we are. And I'm shivering a bit at the moment because it's a sudden chill come on the air. There we are. Right then, what's next? Let's let the bird have some food, eh? Where is he?
Hi Steve, it's Friday the 10th of January. I'm now about to cut my seed potato and we'll see how it goes. I've cut this one because I think I've got another chit coming, so that will be the first cut. My second cut with the chit. My third cut. My fourth. This section I'm going to leave to dry. I don't know if that's going to produce a chit, but we'll see how it goes. Morning Steve, I'm now about to plant my seed potato chits. I've got 4, which I've got, well, 3 with chits, 1 with a possible chit. and one with nothing. So the one with nothing I'm still going to plant and see what happens. I've got a mixture here of sieved multi-purpose compost, 5 pots. I'm now going to plant these. I'll give them a water, and then I'm going to transfer them to my propagator in the greenhouse. Chit number 1. Chit number 2. Possible chit on number 3. Chit number 4. And this piece of potato I'll plant and see how it goes. And then filling that up with compost with a gentle press down. Right, I'm now going to transfer these to my propagator and we'll see how it goes.
Well, I've been so busy doing everybody else's potatoes, I forgot to show you mine. This was all wrapped up at the same time as the first bulk posting. God, when was that? Well, a few weeks ago now. Oh, look, there's a letter from Steve. So, let's see what we got there. A little tiddler for me, looks like. Don't forget, I'm not actually taking part, I'm just growing it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that something there now? Oh, the reason I got that on, I forgot to take it off. I put it on quite a lot when I'm using my mouse. My wrist aches after a while. I say after a while because I'm usually on there for a couple of hours, like, you know. So, yeah. There's is that damp here, sort of? There we are. Let's wipe the dirt off that bit. And I shall write on there. Oh, SSPC. There we are then. So I'm going to put that in the windowsill, give it a bit of life. It's been sat wrapped up in that for, it's got to be 2 weeks now. It's got to be 2 weeks.